How do publishers publish a book if the author has written the book on Wattpad or another website? Most of them don't. There's a very big thing inside of the publishing industry. If you have a book out already, they cannot control the narrative. So it's already been out and it's already been published. They're not going to take on things that have already been published. The rare exception to this is if a book has millions and millions and millions of followers on something like Wattpad. At that point, they will be able to offer a contract if they feel like they can control the narrative and manipulate what's going on to work to their benefit. Those stories will have to come down off of those websites and be fixed. So we have to go through multiple rounds of editing. It has to be different than what going out on those sites, because those are never the quality that traditional publishers want out. They're literally just looking for the number of readers and interactive people on those stories and looking to make bank off of that. So they are then signing that contract, they're removing all of that content, then they are going to be redoing that content and putting it out to the world in a new format, hoping that the readers from those other sites like Wattpad will then follow along and buy those books because they had supported the book on the free site. Now, it doesn't always work the way that they had intended, but sometimes it does. So they sometimes take risks on some of the ones that have millions and millions and millions of followers. But if you do want a book contract and you're hoping for that book, do not ever put it online. Don't put it on Wattpad. Don't write it in the public. Don't talk about it. Don't tell anybody about it. Like, zip. Absolute silence on this, because if they can't control the narrative, if you run your mouth about it, it could cost you a book contract. So if that's something you're hoping for, don't write your book on Wattpad or any of those other sites. Don't do it. It's not going to end well for you, and you're not going to be able to use that book anymore because nobody's going to take a previously published, and it counts as published if it's out on Wattpad or something like that, story. They just won't, unless you are one of those people that have like 80 million people reading your book, and then they're going to pluck it from obscurity in their mindset and fix it and put it out in the world.